No, did they? I was just talking to my dad about this.
They,
Yeah, I saw that, bro.
yeah, they pulled that
Yikes.
one up, dude.
I don't
No
know
shot.
why. It would have been sick.
Because Marhasa Ali,
I don't know who that is. Is that the
Right.
actor for Blade?
Blade, yeah, the dude who's gonna
Oh, gotcha,
play
gotcha,
Blade.
gotcha.
Yeah, I heard that he
Did
was
he
like,
die?
well, no, I know, I heard that well, this is unsubstantiated claims, but which I love making, but allegedly he was just holding it up for money. That he held up the movie
Based.
and then they just dragged on, then didn't like the approach. And then it was like the movie kind of didn't make sense after a certain point, and then kind of like, damn. But there's supposed to be a Blade character in the Midnight Suns movie that they're releasing. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to try like a soft boot.
Have y'all been seeing the leaks though? Not the leaks, the teaser trailers for Marvel.
Yeah, I
Phenomenal.
just saw the new one today where
Bro.
Thing is shaking hands with Black
With
Panther.
Umbaku.
Yeah, I saw
yeah.
that. That was pretty sick.
Yeah. I'm excited, but I'm also a little bitter about it. I don't know. I just don't like that it's so far from now. But I can't lie. Like these trailers are cool, but I'm just a little bummed out that they're happening now instead of like in at least July or something. Like let us get the 6 months.
It's peak marketing, bro. Like it's literally peak
No,
marketing,
bro.
bro.
Fuck
They are
no.
fucking us right now.
No, but they've been kind of teasing this movie for like damn near 2-3 years. When did they release that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doom? Like that's been a minute.
About
2
a
years
year and
ago,
some change.
Comic-Con.
About a year and
That
some.
came out, yeah, Comic-Con 2025. No, 2024. I think it was 24. I think
I
it's been 2
want to
years.
say there was a well. The thing I think is I think Doomsday was supposed to have released earlier this year. No, or didn't it get pushed back?
I think by the time they released that Robert Downey Jr. was coming back, it had already been pushed back.
But you don't think those are kind of like correlating incidents, right? Like I think the announcement of Robert Downey comes way before, like, or I mean, way after they make a decision of, hey, we need to push this movie back. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's all kind of calculated moves, don't you think?
I would like to think so. I just don't think so.
Oh, hurt.
But I also don't think that they should have necessarily like released that. Like, what benefit do they get releasing that? You know, I mean, unless they just want to get ahead of the leaks. Like, if he has to shoot a lot outside, it's probably to get ahead of the leaks. Like, if that's the case, but we'll see. We still haven't really gotten any like set photos that I've seen, at least.
I've seen a couple things.
Y'all are the only ones excited for Robert Downey Jr. coming back. Like,
I'm not excited. I'm not. I'm worried. I'm worried.
Have I said that I was excited on this podcast for that? I don't think I am. I really don't think I am.
Actually, I'm capping. I'm a little excited, but I'm just worried, to be honest. I really love Iron Man and the character he did, you know, with him. So hopefully they don't fuck his, you know, whole image that you have of Iron Man. We'll see. We'll see how they do it. It's just a little scary.
I think that's the important part is how do they rectify who he is in this whole thing? Because like we can't just pretend, you know, like the
yeah, like what
continuity-
other movie franchises have you had a character die and then play a different character in the same franchise
without scrapping the whole thing, right? Like without scrapping this whole shindig.
Actually, the Flash, CW's The Flash show, not the movies or anything like that. Also, I have a question from Samuel in a second, but I do want to answer that. And I think they did it actually pretty successfully. There's a character of reverse. Did you guys watch The Flash?
A little bit.
Okay, so there's a character in there, real quick. His name is, for simplicity, it's just Reverse Flash. And he is portrayed as a good guy in the beginning, then turns bad guy, right? You find out that he's actually the bad guy who's went back in time and now he's the bad guy. And then throughout the series, 10 seasons long, he interplays between like a good guy, bad guy, different dimension good guy, different dimension bad guy, Do we trust him? Do we not? And then at different points in time, he's like either one. And I think he actually did a fairly decent job, but that was in his nature. Like his character is in the comics.
Seem like the same thing.
It is. He's literally, he dies in the series as well, fully dies, and then comes back.
But as the same character, right?
Sinister.
No, as a different character. And there's a full season where he comes back. I think it's season 3 as a completely different character from a different dimension. Nobody knows whether to like believe him or not. And then he's just a good guy. Like at the end of that season, I think I was still watching that season. I remember watching that season. I don't remember exactly what season it was, but I remember not wanting him to leave because he did a good job portraying he's the same person, but a different character. You know what I mean? He was fully good, but a different person. It's pretty good. Thought he did a good job. It's hard though. I wouldn't say
That's
it was
insane. That's insane. It's an insane notion.
Yeah.
I think I think the iconic nature of it all, right? And just how I don't know, bro. It's just a hard story to tell for me to buy it, honestly. Like as a viewer, just like
it's tough.
I've watched all these movies, bro. I'm like entrenched, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm optimistic, so I have high hopes.
So much star power, bro. There's so much star power. There's so much just like characters that you have seen. Maybe you're not a fan of like the main Marvel franchise, but you've seen X-Men, or vice versa. Or it's
when they showed that clip, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be fucking When they showed Cyclops, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be tight.
Well, did you guys watch the X-Men 97 show? The new one they released?
I heard it's good though. I heard it's really good.
Oh, dude, it's so good. You guys gotta watch it, man. I hope that they do something with that, bro, because it's so fucking good, bro.
Like, does Miles Morales come? Because Miles Morales has a pretty decent role to play in not in Doomsday. What is this called? Well, the multiverse.
In the Secret Wars.
I'm forgetting Secret Wars. Yeah. I was forgetting the name. Yeah. So he plays a big part in that. So we'll see if we get
so speaking
an
of
intro.
Movies, last week you were talking about watching movies specifically that Korpsx and I like. Did you watch?
I haven't seen it yet. Oh no, I haven't because I haven't gone to see my dad. So we just.
You're only watching them with your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it's just a nice revisit.
I thought about it yesterday, and I was like, because I wanted to watch that scene specifically, and I was like, I wonder if Zero watched this movie yet.
Not yet.
Episode 3, Star Wars.
Oh yes.
Samuel in my chat right now had a question. He said, question for y'all: are filmmakers pretentious, and how confident is too confident till you're cocky?
Are filmmakers pretentious? That's subjective as fuck.
I think he had a little bit of a Samuel. You're a little bit further into especially indie films. He's doing a lot of good stuff. He's doing a lot of projects with like filmmakers, and I think he's saying that some of them are pretentious. Nobody in particular, but
I mean, I think that's something that the human condition suffers after a while. Like especially if you create something, I think that's a delicate dance that you kind of have to do, right? Like let's say we hit this hemisphere where we're so known. Like if we don't do well with that, right, we can turn into pretentious pricks, like if we don't handle the spotlight well. But even then, like if you're really going to be a podcaster or like some kind of person who's like shopping themselves out there, like trying to sell a film, there has to be like a level of pretentiousness there, don't you think? Like to sell yourself that way or to sell your product, there has to be a level of like arrogance almost, to kind of.
I think so. I think anytime you deal with those types of arts, like fine arts, like film and acting and shit like that, like you do have to be a little bit pretentious. But pretentious doesn't necessarily mean that you're being a prick.
True.
I feel like pretentious, at least to me, it has such a bad connotation. Like pretentious is like
Like it's like you're taking it to the next level. Like what you're trying to show or portray, you're like doing your best to make it to the next level. Right? Is that the definition? Can somebody give me the
Attempting
definition?
to impress by affecting greater importance, talent, culture, etc., than is actually possessed.
Yeah, I feel like by its nature, it has to have like a bad connotation.
Yeah.
Pretentious, I don't think is ever a good thing. I think you can have a level of arrogance while also still being charismatic, and people will receive that well. But if you have a level of arrogance,
Wait, read the definition again.
So it's
You're trying to
attempting
impress somebody.
attempting to impress by affecting greater importance, talent, culture than is actually possessed.
like you don't actually have the sauce, but you're walking like you
Like you have
made
the
the sauce. Yeah,
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 so
yeah.
you fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? That's I don't think that makes you a
no, but
prick.
that's not. I don't think that's the same thing. Like, it's not even fake it till you make it. It's that
There you
like, I guess technically it is, but like,
That's exactly what it is.
But
There's no
yeah,
negative
but
connotation in that definition at all.
I don't know.
When you
Wait,
add
what?
pretentious prick, the prick part makes it so that it's a negative thing. Pretentious is not a negative word.
Pretentious. Like if I were to, if after a hangout, me, you, and Corpse, you left the room and I said, Cisco's like really pretentious right now. What the fuck? You don't think that'd be like a little bit like, oh, that's bad? Would you say like, oh, thanks, buddy?
That's why I said it's subjective. It's in the context in which you're speaking. If you're saying I'm pretentious, what would be the context by you saying that I'm pretentious? Because I've never podcasted before and I'm like trying to seem like I'm doing it for this podcast.
Yeah, let's
like,
say you were playing it up a little bit. I'm like, he's kind of coming off a little pretentious, no?
Here's some
but
adjectives based off of Oxford language: is ostentatious, cheechy, showy, flashy, conspicuous, tasteless, over ambitious, pompous, artificial, and flatulent.
Flatulent. How do you think about it when I think of that as farts?
Yeah, well, they're fucking
boy.
they're passing gas, bro.
but so then in that case, by definition, yes, I do think that filmmakers are pretentious. All of them. Every single one of them. Even
Yeah.
Samuel.
Damn. Called
By
you out
definition.
specifically. Called you out
By
specifically.
definition.
No, I don't think by definition a filmmaker is pretentious.
Absolutely, because you're trying to bring more to the
No.
culture than is actually there.
That's not what that means though. Like being pretentious means that you're playing
That's
up like
literally the definition you just
no,
gave.
it's not. What you just said wasn't the right definition. What you
Impress?
just said.
Impress.
What you just said was to bring more to the culture than what it is.
Impress somebody by bringing more. What did you say? Culturally, what was the definition?
Attempting to impress by affecting greater importance, talent, culture, etc., than is actually possessed.
Exactly. Like if I were to say like the video I just dropped is the best video you'll ever fucking see in your life ever forever. And you're like, it was a good video, bro. Don't get it twisted, but chill out a little bit. You're a little pretentious right now. It's not to the level you're saying. You need to tone it down and humble yourself.
Yeah.
So you think pretentious is only in the words for marketing that movie, not even in making the movie?
No, it's a lot of like what you're presenting outwards to people to understand what it is. If I made a sandwich and I was like, "This is the best one, bro," not even Ramsey himself could shit out a better sandwich than that. And it's a regular fucking ham and cheese on a fucking white bread. You'd be like, "Relax, little bro. You're cooking yourself a little too much. You're smoking your own gas a little too fucking much." That would be like pretentious. No.
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but like me making the sandwich itself is not a pretentious act.
Yeah, the sandwich
it can
itself.
be if you think that it's the best sandwich, better than what Gordon Ramsay would make.
I would go as far to say though, if you're going to really if you're going to get into the real realms of like filmmaking and putting that out there, there's a level of that narcissistic like behavior that you have to adopt.
I agree with that.
You're going to have to, by the definition of what you're doing, because you're selling your artwork. Like you have to have that like, oh dude, this is going to be the best thing you've ever watched. Like, quite frankly,
It's probably not.
It's probably not. It's probably a 7 at best, bro. But I fuck with you.
But I think if filmmakers can be realistic and be like, listen, I'm trying, I'm evolving, I'm always trying to get better. I hope you like it. I hope you fuck with it. I think Samuel, you're a little bit more in that realm of like more down to earth people. But I know there are people who think they're the bee's knees and they're everything and a bag of chips. So
What was the other
just
part of his question? He said something about them being pretentious, and what else?
he said, also how confident is too confident till you're cocky? Like at what level are you starting to be like, oh, you're cocky? That's
As
it.
soon as you start thinking that you're better than everybody, that's too confident. As soon as you start showing and saying that you're better than everybody else.
Like I think like dismissive, like you're dismissive of other people. I agree with that.
Confidence is a very hard line to walk, though, I would say.
Yeah, there's a weird like equation that I run, like for example, right, going to a crump session, there's a list of people in this room who might call me out, right? And so as I'm looking around the room, there's like this level of pretentiousness where it's like, hey, like I'll get off on you, fool. Like don't try it. Like you better not try it, or I'll get off on you. But at the same time, like it becomes cocky if I don't really like it's cocky if I hadn't been practicing all week. Like if I hadn't been labbing for the last 2 weeks, then I'm cocky, bro. Then it's like, no, I'm prepared right now. Like I'm confident. Like you want to call me out, bro? I'm gonna smoke you, dog. I've been labbing all week. You've probably been labbing for the last 15 minutes. Don't start with me. But if I haven't been labbing all month and I just think homie is whack, then that's me being a little cocky, and I'm gonna probably get, smoked. But so I think it becomes very pretentious. I think in a sense you have to be pretentious, right? To have like that dog in you, like, yo, I will eat this man. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you suck, like if you have that will carry you a certain distance, but then it's like pretentiousness and cockiness really sets in a hard way if you're not like backing up those ideas, like those ideas of yourself or that idea of your craft. Like you have to put the work in and the respect and all the other stuff that makes you decent, I think.
I agree with that. Save.
I don't know if I agree with it completely. Because the only reason that you're saying that you're cocky is because you're ready, or like the only reason that you say you would sound cocky is because you're unprepared. But you can still be confident that you would beat the other person.
I think in both instances you're cocky. In one instance you're just prepared.
So what would you say makes you cocky then?
I think it's when you start taking the time to not like I'm saying, not do the work behind the thing. That's
no. I was asking Zero.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I think. Wait, say that one more time.
What would your definition of being cocky then be?
If you're cocky, I think it's not even about preparation or anything like that. To me, it's really just like where do you see yourself at the level that like of your peers, even if they're better or worse than you. Are you playing yourself up and saying like, "Oh, I'm better than everybody. It doesn't matter," and not having that sort of like humble of like, we're all here. We're this guy's working hella hard. When you can give people like their flowers, and then also work on the back end, and know the level that you're at, and not try to like. You could say you're the best, but I think there's a way to do that while also not dismissing everybody else's work. And knowing more or less, like when the time really comes and somebody's like, you better than him? You'd be like, nah, I'm not better than him, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like I have to work harder to get to that level. I will be better than him, but I'm not right now. Like understanding that place. You know what I mean?
That's interesting to me.
Why? What would you say?
No, I mean, because I've always grown up to be better than everybody at everything. Like I will be better than you at whatever the fuck we're about to do. no matter what.
I think that's fine. So like right now,
But I agree with the like giving flowers thing situation. Like,
you know what I mean? Like if
that's how you stay away from being cocky.
sure, if somebody right now were to be like, you know, Cisco and Damien, like, are you both of you are gonna do a long distance run? One of you might be a little bit more prepared than the other. Who do you think that is? Do you think you have him beat right now if you win out? If somebody asked you that, third party, right?
Between you and I, no, zero got me.
Exactly. I think that's fine. But like, that's you're not being cocky there. You know what I mean? Somebody who's cocky,
but I will beat you.
but somebody who's cocky would not even admit that out loud. They'd be like, "Fuck no, bro. I can take him right now. It doesn't matter." That's cocky. Like you're just being cocky, bro. Like you have nothing to back it up. And not only that, you're like saying that out loud.
Saying that I will beat you in 2 weeks does not make me cocky.
That's because I think like you're eventually gonna have to prove yourself. But right now, you're giving yourself that space of like, I have to train, I have to get better. I'm not the best right now.
Pretentious, a little pretentious, but not cocky.
I don't think you're cocky there.
A little pretentious.
I got the clips, dog. I know who's gonna win.
What you mean? Listen, bro.
I got the clips of me and Damien.
Give me 2 weeks and we'll run it back. We both get 2 weeks. We can run it back. Literally.
No, I've been running miles, but I've always like, I don't know. I think it's just the way because of my dad is like the best at everything that I've ever seen him do. You know what I mean? So I've always been like. But the thing is, everything that I get into is like a weird competitive sphere. You know what I mean? Like skating was extremely competitive for me. Dancing was extremely competitive for me. Graffiti is an extremely competitive thing. Like gaming is completely competitive. Even like streaming can be somewhat competitive. So I've always wanted to like excel and be the best at what I do. And I think that's part of the fun part.
Yeah, no. Competition's really fun. Competition is really fun.
But
do you think
confidence and cocky are like very thin line? I think. Because I do feel like you should be overly confident in the things that you do. Absolutely.
Oh, Samuel says something similar. He says to be cocky in my definition is when you don't have the work to back it up. When you act like a teacher before you even become a student. I like that. Mm-hmm. I think that makes sense.
That's a good one. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Do you think that so for certain things I've definitely set up competition to like motivate myself, and I've realized like I am a pretty competitive person. If it's set up like you versus me, I'm going to win. Like I will say shit like that because it is a competition at that point. Do you ever think of like setting up different things that maybe you're not doing so well, almost like a New Year's resolution, but more on like a one-on-one competition with like friends or family and stuff like that?
I can't say that I do because there's not a lot of people who do that do the same things that I do.
Even just like small, like more general stuff, working out or eating better or reading or whatever you want to say.
No, I can't say that I do.
Do you, Putch? Are you competitive? Like you have to. Yeah, that might have been a dumb question.
Like Putch is extremely competitive.
Yeah.
You don't remember him talking about the other person in
yeah,
Yeah, bro.
That was my bad.
It is what it is. Like, I grew up with a lot of siblings, and so it was always like, we had plenty of people to play tag and hide and go seek, and after a while you kind of start figuring out that I was the slowest in the family, like, so I had to do something about that. Like, I wouldn't say that we that it's kind of like challenge with each other, but there's a couple boys that I know that are like they're like they're fresh born again Christians, right? And so they're reading a lot, and so we'll text and call each other, and we'll kind of like challenge some of the ideas that we're hearing from each other. There's a couple boys I go to the gym with. Jordan, I always tag in my Instagram pictures because it's kind of, we're doing the whole clocked in thing again. Save's got to get in on that too. Yeah, and I think with the camp, like anytime I see their footage, I treat it kind of like an open challenge. for me to lab. You know, it's an open challenge for me to session and see if I can do something that I feel would stand up to what I just saw. You know, yeah, it's always I make it up in my head sometimes, and I don't think it's healthy.
Mm. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah. Like this person doesn't even think that about me, or like
Yeah,
it just to hype yourself and hypes yourself up a little bit. Yeah. I get that.
I had to take it personally.
Is there any like phrase or thing that you guys can think of that like if somebody were to tell you in any vertical that you know you can do well in, that if they say that you're like, oh bro, you don't even know, you destroyed my whole like 2 weeks because I'm gonna do nothing but this just to fucking prove you wrong. Do you guys have anything like that?
Wait, ask the question one more time. I didn't hear.
So like, do you have any like phrase or something that somebody could tell you in any vertical, like something that you do pretty normally or on your day to day, that you feel like you'd be pretty competitive in? Like, if somebody were to say this, you'd be like, "Oh, bro, you just destroyed like 2 weeks of my life because I'm gonna do nothing but this to prove that you're wrong." Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Like if somebody, if you came up to me and you were like, "Bro, there's absolutely no way possible that you'd be able to do this," like if you, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like if you were trying to tell me that there is absolutely no way that I'm beating you, then you just ruined everything.
Yeah,
for me.
you can't, or I wouldn't wanna.
I would like we use that in a sentence. What do you mean? I wouldn't want to.
Like you can't do that. It's like bet, or I wouldn't want to do that. Like, oh, Putch, look at this. Damn, that shit's nuts, bro. I wouldn't want to do that. Like, step aside.
What?
Let a man get in here, then, dog. Let me see what we're cooking with. Then
let a man get in.
The first one I understand. The second one, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't really get how that would motivate.
Okay,
you.
imagine being on a roof. You're up on a roof and it's steep, bro, and the wind is starting to come in, and there's 10 panels. There's 10 panels.
Bro, low key, they're finessing you to do their work.
And then there's going home, and it's like either we do this right now, or they're going to send somebody out here to bring us some shit that's about to make life harder. And we're going to be here for another 3 hours, boys, or just watch out, hold my rope, and I'll do it. I'll do it. You know what I mean? Don't trip.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody is at work and they're like, damn, this shit is hard as fuck. They're like, hey, Putch, I wouldn't want to do this shit, man.
No, I'm talking about like being up on a roof where the last thing, like that's the crazy thing about like installing solar panels, right? Like the actual installing the panel is the very last thing you do throughout the whole day. Right. And so standing up on that pitch and trying to lay that panel down gets really finicky, right? It gets really weird. And so that's got to get done, though. That's the part that's got to get done. So somebody's got to do it. So which one of us is about to do it? This is our job. Like, you know, this is our job.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get in there. Got to give the big test to the big dogs.
What about you, D? What does somebody have to say in order to get you to do something?
I think it's very similar. Like it's the either you can't, like you won't do that. I'd be like, what does that mean? What do you mean I won't do that? It's like, well, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't be able to do that. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. No, okay, that's fine. Either that or like. I don't know. Something that get me like fired up is like, probably like, you know, I could beat you at this. There are some things that people can't beat me in, though. I won't lie. Like people are faster than me. Obviously, Cisco, I'll give you your flowers. You did beat me in that race, but you can't do it 3 times. Is all I'm saying.
I couldn't do it 3 times. I could not do it 3 times.
No, but there are certain things. I think with personal competition, if I could see somebody's already like very ahead of me, I'm like, all right, bro, you definitely got it. If we were at like similar levels, you definitely would not beat me. That's fine though.
What's like something that I don't even know mine yet? I was like sitting right here trying to think of it. What is like one thing that you know somebody cannot beat you at? The one thing in the world And don't say like, oh, being a best friend or anything like. Don't be gay. Like, be for real.
That's what I was gonna say.
What's like the one thing that competitively nobody can beat you at?
That's a good question.
Do you have one, Corpse?
Ooh, one thing that you're just not beating me at. I don't know. I'm pretty good at fucking tic-tac-toe, dude. I'll tell you what. I'm pretty good, dog.
That's a hard one. That's really
a hard one. The only one
Like-
I'm very, very confident in, and I've been confident in my whole life, is you can give me any Nintendo console, from the Super Nintendo to now the Switch 2,
Ooh, Switch 2, yeah.
and I will beat anybody, anytime, in any Mario Kart ever.
Oh my god.
In any Mario Kart that's ever existed, I will
no.
beat your ass. Any
I might have to challenge you.
any Mario Kart.
There's great Mario Kart players though, I will say. Like I have cousins who can beat me, but I thought I was just the best. I'm really
Anybody
good.
that's ever challenged me or said like, "Oh, I'm the best at Mario Kart," anybody, I have not lost to.
99% of people who say that shit have never really, like, you don't really play Mario Kart. Shut the fuck up. You drive little fucking baby Peach. Okay, that's all you do. You don't know the fucking carts, bro. Shut up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, any Mario Kart ever existed.
Okay.
From Super Mario Kart.
I'm sorry. I do get
Now,
passionate about
Mario
it
Kart
too.
World.
What's up?
Me and my mom played that. Like when I had no, P2 and no online play, like my mom would grab the sticks and I'd be like, I'm not going easy on you, bro. Like I don't think you understand. So it's very personal. It's very personal. So yeah. But I do have cousins that like they play the game. So I'm like, oof, I can't even. I'm maybe getting second to them, you know what I mean? Because they're good.
That's my only one. That I'm like.
That's a good one.
Like even all the games that I normally play, like Call of Duty and shit like that, I know I'm not beating a lot of people in this world.
Mm-hmm.
There's better graffiti writers. I don't skate anymore. Like there's so much shit that people are better at. But that's the one that I'm confident in. Like one thing I will always be confident in.
That's a great one. I really don't know.
I didn't think this was that hard of a question, but it is a hard question.
But it's tough because like you're really thinking about like everybody I've ever challenged it to. Like I can't say running. There's a lot of better runners.
I just know too many talented people.
Like there's great people out there doing videos. There's a lot of great people doing photos.
Mm-hmm. That's
I recently started taking photos again. I've been really happy with them. That's rough.
That's actually something that nobody can beat me, and that's a crazy one. That's a crazy assumption to make.
Or what do you believe nobody can beat you in? Like genuinely believe nobody can beat you in?
Okay, that I can manage a little bit more.
No, I'm not. It's not like I'm going to the fucking Mario Kart World Finals. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, but have you ever tried?
No.
It's what you just claimed.
I don't know. Feels like you can't do it. Save. I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
He's like, don't say.
Switch 2.
He's like, don't say that again, please.
Yeah, that's the one that fires me up, bro. It's like you can't, you won't. That's always been the ones. Like, yeah, for sure.
Those
Like,
have gotten me in trouble though too.
a lot.
For sure. They've
Mhm.
especially like when I was writing graffiti. Those definitely got me into some trouble or got me into some sketchy situations. I am like, I don't know how I made it out of that.
Well, hey, bro, you know what they say, but you learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? Through those moments, you learn a lot there, brother.
That's why, like, all right, I guess we're like swinging subjects now. That's why it's like being a parent is fucking hard, bro.
Whoa.
No, because I was thinking about this earlier today. I was watching something on TikTok, and I was thinking to myself, like, I learned so much and am where I am based off of like the mistakes that I made in my life. And where was I when I was making those mistakes? You know, like I was with my friends, like out at the park or doing this, doing that. But now it's like parents don't let their kids go anywhere. And I'm not just gonna send Peanut out on his own to go fucking hey, go to the park and like go get into some trouble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're like preventing our kids from getting in trouble, which makes sense, right? Like obviously you don't want your kid to get in trouble, but you have to get into some sort of mischief,
Kind of get
or
into some trouble.
something in order to learn
But
like
I
valuable
feel
life lessons.
I feel like you do that in the midst of all the rules, right? Like your parents are going to prevent you from doing stuff. Other people are going to prevent, and then that's the exact time where you go against, everything. You're like, fuck it. I'm going to go do whatever I want to do.
But like when you're older, or what do you mean?
No, just overall, like as you develop, you get a little rebellious over like the overall rules. Like if parents are preventing their kids from going out, kids are going to go out eventually. They
No,
just are.
what I mean by that is like there's no kids like riding their bikes down the street anymore and like meeting at green boxes
Oh,
and shit like that. That's what I mean. Like there are no kids going out.
yeah.
Like every parent that I know, including myself, is like, "Oh, I'll never let my kids sleep over somewhere else."
Why?
I think
I don't know. I don't trust people enough, I guess.
Hmm.
But I'd like to think that I would let him spend the night somewhere. You know what I mean?
but you just realistically would never.
I don't know. Like I can't. It's like letting my delicate little egg go with somebody else. Like if I don't have it in my hands, I don't know what's going on with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So you think if Peanut's like, hey, my friend wants me to go sleep over, what's your immediate reaction?
Who's your friend? Like what friend?
Just some homie. Do you know any of his? I'm sure you know some of his
I
friends.
know all. Like I know all of his friends.
Oh,
And I
so
know
you
all
wouldn't
their
be
parents.
comfortable with them? Like,
Some parents I'd be comfortable with. There's a lot of parents I would not be comfortable with, but there are some parents that I would be comfortable with him spending the night at the house.
so even your most comfortable parent that you know, you'd be fine letting him go over there.
I think I would. I think I would.
Okay. Yeah.
But there's also like some things that I don't agree. Like I don't like how like whiny this kid is. You know what I mean? And I've noticed that Peanut is like picking up little things here and there from that, and I don't know what like a full night would be like, or oh, I got to do this when I was over at such and such's house. You know what I mean? And then I gotta nip that in the bud. Like, you get what I'm saying?
You're not there no more. You're right here.
It's more than just like the act of spending the night. It's what comes with that.
I guess that's true. But I mean, if he's already like one of his closest friends, he's gonna pick up certain, ticks or certain things that he does. It's just what kids do. But eventually they grow out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that I would let him spend the night at somebody else, but I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, like this is his only life. I need to let him do the things that he wants to do at times.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that.
That's how I try and look at it so many ways. Like this is his only life. But then again, that's why I'm like, this is his only life. Like, what if something happens while he's over there? And I could have prevented that by. That's why I'm saying it's so hard to be a parent, bro.
Yeah. I mean, this is a topic I'm far outside of my depth for, so there's limited things that I could even say.
What do you think, Korpsx?
Oh yeah, no, I am in full support of sleepovers. I'm big on them. I think they're good for the kids. Yeah. I mean, of course, there's not every house am I just booting them off to go spend the night, right? I got to know these parents, and we got to talk. What expectations to have of my son, and vice versa. But I'm very, be outside, fam. Be outside. Elijah right now has a little buddy who lives around the corner, who he'll bike ride to their house. And at first I was like, oh, but then it was like, son, just don't be in their house. You can be on the sidewalk, ride your bike, look both ways before you cross the street. You know the drill. And I snuck over there to go see if he was, out in the street like how he was supposed to. And he was riding like how he was supposed to. So I was like, all right, he's cool, man. Like, you don't need to helicopter, I don't need to
Yeah.
helicopter him. There's nothing, no matter what level of spirituality I was ever on, I always knew things happen exactly the way that the universe lined it up. Like, just that's just how it boils out. So yeah, if he falls down and scrapes his knee, breaks his leg, breaks his arm, it is what it is. That's what happens. I did it. I think I'm half okay,
What do you guys do when like your child does something wrong that you wouldn't want them to do, and then they hit you with like but you did it when you were a kid? Well, what would you do? Like, oh fuck.
That doesn't make it right. Well, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I mean, what? Tell me a situation that would happen in.
I don't know. Like Peanut gets caught tagging a place up, and now
Is
he's
this the first time that I've ever heard that he does graffiti?
yeah. This is not like a casual thing. He just got caught up with like a crowd that he wanted to kind of like chill with. He had a friend that was in a crowd and he wanted to be a part of, and he just got caught up and started tagging.
We're gonna
to be
sit
a
down
part
and have
of.
a conversation.
Okay.
I'm not here. I don't know how much trouble he would actually be in for doing that.
Yeah, one time I guess. I guess that's true. What if it kept happening then?
Well, that's where the initial conversation would be like, why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did you just do it because you wanted to be like cool around your friends? Like, is it something that actually interests you? Like doing graffiti? Like, what is it why did you do that? Why did you want to do that? And if it's just because it was something that he wanted to do with his friends, well, you're a fucking idiot. Like, what are you doing? Smack on the back of the head. Like, stop trying to be cool in front of your friends and do what you want to do. Just because they're doing it doesn't mean that you have to do it.
What about you, Putch?
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much I'm gonna do, especially if it was something I was doing, right, or they've witnessed me do. Yeah, but it's like even then, it's like you still kind of tell them like, God forbid I want you to do better than I did.
That too.
It's
graffiti's not a bad thing though. That's why that example was kind of a poor example.
But there's even an extent, right, where it's kind of like, what you like, is it illegal? Sure, right? Is there ways for it to be legal for young painters? Yeah, you know what I mean? And so it's like something like that. It's like Elijah really wants to do it, right? So I got him a board and 2 spray paint cans and I'm gonna let him paint them. And bro, this dork goes, oh, well, maybe we can like go to a side of a bridge, Dad. I was like, no, you are absolutely out of your mind. Or you never go nowhere with these spray paint cans ever, son. Like, don't you? No.
You're the opposite of me then, bro. Because I would have been like, all right, but I'm gonna take you to the spot and we're gonna like make sure that we do this correctly. Because graffiti to me is like it's meant to be illegal, bro. Like you need to get past that portion of graffiti and understand that whole world before you're like, like painting canvases and shit like that. So I'm taking you.
Yeah, I would.
Now, I don't know how well that would go over with Tierra.
Yeah, I
but
couldn't.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna do it together. And if we get in trouble, I'll get in trouble with you.
That's wild. I mean, like, listen, I don't know anything about that.
But that's only because it was such a big part of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was like parkour or something, I was like, oh, we got to find you a trainer or something. I'm not going with you to fucking 30-foot tall.
Yeah, that's crazy. Some of those videos, I'm like, bro, y'all are actually just like, you just want to die and you just want to do it in extra steps. Like, you want to fall off this building. No questions asked. 100% of the time. The fuck is wrong with you? It's crazy. Some of those videos make my palms sweaty.
I can't watch them.
Yeah, they're stressful. They're stupid stressful. I had a question. I completely forgot what it was.
I had a question that I was gonna ask Putch this week too, and I was like, do I want to ask the pod this, or do I want to start this conversation with the pod? And I didn't know how I felt about it, but I don't remember what it was.
Boo.
Boo.
Boo this man. You know what it is. You just don't want to say it.
No, I really
You
don't remember what it
wanna
was.
say it.
I wanted to start the stream with it, but I've been sitting here trying to remember what it was, like what the initial like question was.
I found some unhinged shit that I sent in the pod chat.
I haven't looked into it yet. Was it is the science one?
Dude, unhinged. Yeah, there was one about science.
That's the most recent one, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was the one about the Fibonacci sequence. There's been a lot, bro.
I think I was going to ask something along the lines of, Putch specifically, do you believe anything happens by coincidence? Just by chance? Nothing?
Coincidence?
Yeah. Or for no reason?
No, not exactly. Not exactly. No, it's like no, I don't believe so. When you boil it down, there's just no coincidence. Nothing just happens just to happen. There is always something predicating it. That's where I can get into that's a whole other.
Do you think it's always in alignment with, we can go spiritual and say, like, do you think it's always because of an act of God or the universe, if you want to be like broad and, broader?
I think everything happens in one of two directions, right? Let's say let's remove some of the murk. So like take like a rock, right? And then water, and when you drop it, it plunges down and the water spreads, right? So I think all things have a similar action like that, right? So you can have a godly act, right? Something that is more pure, right? And then the waves that plunges down in the waves is not only strong onto you, but it's strong onto everybody that's around you, right? That's where I don't think anything ever just happens by coincidence, because even though your action may be faint by the time that the water stretches out 3-4 feet from that plunge spot, it's still evident, it's still there. Like, that water that reached that point was actually displaced from the very water that made the thing happen. So that's a whole like quantum physics thing. But the same is also true with bad choices and bad actions and bad. Like, that's where I think also the yogis had it right, where they talk about like negative karma and bad karmas, where it plunges down, boom, and then you have this rippling effect of it touches the people around you, and it touches the things in like your environment, like your bad choices and the things that you put out there into the world. It truly does touch. So yeah, does it all? No, not all things are. No. Yeah, no. I think if you lived in a positive route, yes, all things lead to the most positive thing that you could ever think of in your life. But then if you live in a negative light, then it leads to the worst things that you could ever think of.
Mm-hmm. But the action, the things that happen either to you or loved ones and stuff like that, that isn't necessarily always something that happens for, like, there's always a reason, it sounds like, whether it be good or bad.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think all things can be extracted for your benefit.
Sure, yeah. I think like the way that you react to things, I think you can make something that happened that was bad into something very good.
I think also the practice of assignment. I think that we assign a lot of things in odd directions, right? I think we assign a lot of blame to very very hard fathers, right? Fathers who demanded a lot of out of us young boys and X, Y, and Z. We assign that blame, but then we assign the credit to ourselves over our work ethic, being perfectionists and wanting the highest quality out of our life and wanting X, Y, and Z. Like we assign certain blames, but then we assign credit in certain directions where I think we need to kind of start just assigning, like, just like saying like, hey, this happened, this is what was bred, and I can enjoy all of that. Like it doesn't have to be a negative light. That doesn't have to be bad. Like, like it I can extract what it was and make it to my benefit. Like, oh, it was to my benefit. You know what I mean? I know not to be that way, right? Or make others feel that way, but there is an extraction benefit from it.
Do you think that this can happen
That's
with
such a good-
everything?
Oh my god, that's such a good thing that you just said.
I I'm gonna say an answer and it's gonna be problematic.
That's okay, because what I was about to say, based off of what you just said, would have been extremely problematic. So I'm glad you're going.
Well, now I want to hear both
No,
of
I
these
know.
things.
Please.
No, because we've talked about it before. But no, go first. Go first.
I think yes. I think God makes it really hard sometimes. Like it's really really hard sometimes, and there's scriptures about it, bro, and it makes me think of certain things, like even in my own life, where it's like there's people in my life that cause me like actual like problems in my fucking brain, and I'm trying to be at peace with them, and I'm trying so hard, bro, and it's like, can you find it in anything? Like, yeah, I can only imagine some of the sufferings people go through, but I still, for whatever reason, I just still have this idea that it's like, yeah, bro, but this can still be used to your benefit. Like, finding silver linings will never heal somebody of cancer, but if you can extract the benefit to your purpose out of it, bro, you can inspire millions of people. You could change somebody's life. You never know. You could be the groundbreaking patient that changes the game, bro, if you just don't lose yourself in it. No.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, or something along those lines. Is you're absolutely right. It's the way that we perceive it, right? Something miserable could happen. Fucking the house could burn down tonight, and I don't have a house tomorrow, right? Well, there has to be some type of, like you said, silver lining somewhere. And sometimes it's hard as fuck to find it, and sometimes you don't find it immediately. Sometimes it takes a month or a year or whatever, but you're like, oh shit, like imagine the house burns down, but I like have to stay in a hotel, and I'm closer to like some liquor store that I walk into, and I meet some dude that's a psychologist. He becomes my mentor, and now it's just like a fucking snowball effect, right? And I think to myself, well, fuck, if the house never burned down, like I wouldn't have been staying in this area. I would have never met this dude. Like I would have never been in the position that I'm in now, unless if it wasn't for that. And I feel like we live in such a victim world right now with like social media, going back to the social media thing, where like everybody wants to tell their story and everybody has trauma. Like obviously we all have some type of fucking trauma, bro. Everybody in the world has some type of trauma. But when you like sit there and sulk in that shit and not like do something proactive about it, or think like, oh, did something like this happen for a reason, and then use that reason to progress and move forward, instead you're like just sitting there like, oh, this happened to me and this is why I do these things now. Like, where's the progression? You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, I feel like maybe it's just the media that I watch now. I feel like that was the case like 5 years ago. It was a lot more pervasive. I just don't. I maybe, like I said, maybe it's just the media that I watch. I just don't see that very much anymore. Of like the, boohoo, like I went through this thing. What I and maybe it's because algorithms as well have probably helped us a lot. In my opinion, a lot of the times that I see anything now trauma wise, it's a lot of like, I went through this, and like, this is to have people know that they're not alone, stuff like that. Or like, this is how I changed, or how it benefited me, stuff like that. So like exactly what you're saying, like extracting some sort of good out of it. That's what I've seen a lot more.
I think algorithms do play a part. I think algorithms do play a lot in that as well.
Do you think that's as pervasive as it was like 5 years ago?
Absolutely.
You think?
Maybe,
I just haven't seen it. Like I said, maybe it's just maybe.
Yeah, I do. Especially with Trump still being in office, and like, just different types of traumas, I guess, that people are trying to bring to light. Like the trauma of their ancestors and fucking what is that? What was that one that we talked about on the pod a long time ago that I said I didn't believe in? Generational trauma.
Oh, okay.
I guess I still think it's bullshit, but I understand. I understand it better now since we did that pod. But like, I don't know. It's like you just like put a helmet on and fucking just progress.
I think the thing is though is that like some people, like we're talking broad, like a lot of people.
I know it doesn't work like that, by the way. I know everybody.
No, but I was gonna say too, like we're talking broadly, like just statistically, there are people who are gonna be stuck. Like they'll live their whole life and be stuck and never accept it and never move on with it and never heal from it, and that's just unfortunately where they're gonna be. And they'll keep talking about it. But like like those people also, I'm sure we've had in our life where they have a problem and they keep having the problem, and you're like, first couple of times you're like, oh bro, like I'm here for you, whatever. And then it's like 3 months later and it's the same problem, and you're like, okay, like we'll get something done. And it's like a year later, it's like, okay, bro, what's going on, bro? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I feel no sympathy. I really don't, bro. Like, matter of fact, I don't know how I want to talk about this.
Yeah, because starting the sentence with "I feel no sympathy" is kind of crazy.
I feel no. There's a real crazy hijacking of words, right? Like, I feel I'm very emphatic for somebody, right? Like you're going through these miseries and you're very downtrodden and all this stuff, and like great. But I am not sympathetic when we hit a certain point, right, where it's like you have to do the work, right? Like no matter how kumbaya I ever get with my Bible open, I know I will suffer and it's going to suck, right? Like this is going to suck. And there is a list of scriptures and there's a list of teachings that's going to tell me how to go about this, but it's about to suck, right? And there's no amount of me being miserable and just reading these words that's going to change anything or get me to get past it or live through it or whatever, like there's that part of doing the work. And I think a lot of people are running around screaming trauma, where it's like, no, there's just some conversations you need to have with a couple people and some moments of reflection that you need to have. Like, sure, you stood in timeout for a long time, but let's just ask the tough questions. What were you doing? Like, were you listening? Like, let's just do some moments of reflection. Let's kind of. And
but there's also like a lot behind that, right? Like, was there consistency in the household? Did you live in a 2-parent household where there was consistency in that? Like, did you do something that you did previously and didn't get in trouble for and got in trouble for it this time? Like, there's so many different contingencies that fall behind that as well. But I get what you're saying though. Like, how bad was really sitting in the corner for 20 minutes?
How about this? When's the last time a pair of kids looked at their parents and was really like, yo, you're doing this the first time too? Like, this is your first time too. Like, yeah, you're 100 years old, grandma, but this is your first time doing this too. This is fucking, like, this is nuts. None of us have an instruction manual. Think of the difference in technology just from over the last 10 years, bro. the way that it's
Wait,
changed
wait,
our
wait,
lives.
wait. Wait, are you saying kids should look at their parents and be like, give them grace because it's their first time doing it?
I don't think kids would do that, but I get what he.
I think
he's
no,
saying.
like us
Since they're
kids,
older.
us
Yeah.
kids, us our
now.
parents. Yes,
Uh-huh.
our parents. When's the last time we ever looked at them and was like, damn, yo, like there was a lot of shit you did, but you know what? Like this is your first
Oh yeah,
time.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
As
you
I've
think
got
it's your
now that
first
I'm
time, too.
older, I've looked at it like that. Like
Yeah.
I've actually like I told you guys like I thanked my mom for like I'm not mad at anything that you guys did when I was a kid because I wouldn't be the parent that I am now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually appreciative. I'm more appreciative, but I know that there's a lot of people that would grow up in my childhood and be so mad at the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still tell my son though, like, hey, no, baby, this is my first time. Like, it's your first time. It's my first time too. Let's try it. Right. Like, oh, you're scared to get on this ride? Like, bro, it's my first time too. Come on, let's get on there. You know, like, don't. It's everybody's first time, bro. Like, that's. I feel like even a more reason to be brave. You know, it's like, oh, it's his first time too. Cool. Like,
Yeah,
literally.
but doesn't that mean as parents though? Doesn't that give us less grace because we do have some experience because we have parents?
No, because it was their first time too.
Yeah, but we learn from their first time. Like let me put it to you like this: if I was learning how to draw a duck, right, and I looked up somebody's YouTube video of first time drawing a duck, and I saw how he drew the duck, and then then was my first time drawing a duck, I would be a little bit better at drawing that duck because I watched somebody else's first time drawing the duck.
Yes, you'd be better at it, but you wouldn't be perfect.
No, nobody anticipates a parent to be perfect though.
So that's the thing. Everybody has this alleged trauma because they have this perfect idea of what a parent should be, and I feel like it's harder for them to accept what they got. So I don't expect my son to be perfect. I don't know him to try.
I don't know if you need the portrayal of perfection to still have trauma. You know what I mean?
Or even whatever you want to call that marker, right? It's not what they expected out of a dad, but everybody has a different level of expectation of what a good dad or what makes a good dad.
But I don't think like the idea of like, oh, I had a traumatic childhood is based off of my idea of what the perfect childhood would have been. Some people just do things bad. Sometimes you're just going to draw the duck badly.
Now, yes, there's definitely some of those. I'm not gonna
regardless if it's their first time. Sometimes there's mistakes you make that the first time you do it is inexcusable. You know what I mean?
See, and that's kind of where it's like
is inexcusable. You said
it doesn't make it excusable. Like if you're to take your analogy, like if you're trying to draw a duck, you'll try to follow the instructions, and if you like fuck up and like you need to go back and erase something, that's fine. But if you completely rip the page, it's like, oh, you didn't even try. Like you fucked up on purpose, and like you did it inexcusably. Like you weren't even trying to do what you said you wanted to do.
Yeah, there's
Anyway, hold on. And you're saying that would be like the tear would cause the trauma in the analogy.
The tear would be like the act would be inexcusable, and that causes the trauma. There's things that you.
But isn't it an inexcusable act? Like, isn't that subjective for each person too? Like, if I say,
some degree, sure.
If I say this is just for an example, right? If I say my dad made me like go pick a switch off the tree to get hit with, like to some people that would be inexcusable, right?
Yeah, it is subjective to some degree. But there are certain acts that are inexcusable, like to the extremes. You know what I mean? Like that's not okay. Like when you hear about parents leaving their children out without food and like in the fucking freezing cold and they freeze to death, that's inexcusable. And there's like a gradient to that, right? Like you're talking about like getting a stick from a tree to go hit you with. You know, there's like get me the belt from in the closet. It's like, oh fuck, that's not inexcusable. Maybe you're just frustrated. Maybe that's how you discipline, whatever it may be. Some people's will be like you said, go sit in the corner. Like that's their version of the discipline. That's their version of like get the belt. It's kind of like they're trying to achieve the same thing, but there's that gradient of inexcusability.
Yeah, I think even then, somebody to like, I mean, I just really, I think there's less bad eggs born than I think people try to take credit for. And so yeah, sometimes I just think though that some people are born just just a little off, bro. There's something wrong with there's something wrong with the hardware. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just not right. And those that I think those are the cases that people ought to focus on the most. Because yeah, to an extent, the worst thing you've ever been through is the worst thing you've ever been through, right? That's how the saying goes,
Yeah.
right? So that's why to me, instead of I will kind of agree with Zero on this a little bit. I feel like my algorithm has kind of cooled down from the oppression Olympics that it was once in. Um, and I feel like I feel like there's more like empowerment type of stuff. Especially I've followed more Bible profiles and more like Knights Templar Crusaders stuff, and so it's all like you can do it, like like yeah, brother, pick up your shield, bro. Like
There's
like
a lot. There's a lot of.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
lot of that stuff.
I'm not saying like my timeline is like filled with it. But some of them slip through the cracks, and I'm just like,
I just
like
think
I feel for you, but at the same time, like, shut the fuck up. Like this is not the place. This is not the place. You know what I
it's
mean?
not
Like,
a safe space.
yeah, like why do you like I get what Korpsx is saying. Like, oh, some people just want to, or I don't know which one of you guys said it, but some of them are just like bringing it to light, like, oh, you're not alone type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's how you go about saying it or how you portray what the trauma is.
Mm-hmm.
But if you sit there and like look like a victim, like shut the fuck up. Like blog yourself and keep it in a file somewhere. Like, why does it have to be for the internet? You're just gonna get hurt even more.
I think too, though, like if you go 5 years, 10 years ago, whenever was the most like pervasive all of this messaging was of like the videotaping yourself as somebody who's been victimized of something and then like putting it out there. I think the understanding of what the internet was back then was way different, obviously, and now it's matured even more than back then. And now we know like there are people who are just going to shit on you regardless, and who are going to deteriorate your mental health if they let you. If you
like
let
the perfect one example, like the perfect most recent example I could think of is, did y'all see that girl that was like delivering Uber Eats or some shit like that? And then she delivered it to this dude's house, and the door was open and he had like his pants down and shit like that.
Yeah, and people people question the shit out of her. She was
sexually assaulted and like all the shit. And the dude was like, asleep though. Like, I don't know. That like to me, it takes away from actual sexual assault. You know what I mean?
I agree, but also a lot of people debunked her. Her allegations of him trying to be the one to like reveal himself. It's like everybody was like, "You are the one who went up to the like." I don't know if she went into the door, like filmed.
That never actually came out. There was supposedly like a Ring camera footage of her like opening the door inside a little bit more to take a video, but she still like took a video of this dude. Like, if you don't want to be in that situation, then get the fuck out of the situation.
Yeah, that one in particular was really weird. I do remember hearing about that. I don't know how it ended, but I remember a lot of people giving her a lot of flack of like, this person's asleep. There was nobody else around, it seems like, and you decided to pull out your phone and like take a video of this dude's like, schmeat coming out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, just leave. Or, I mean, if you want to be courteous, close the door. But he's asleep. It was weird. It was a weird, I don't know, situation.
I know, but I mean, like on the other side of that, right? Like, why was the dude's pants down? Like, why was the door open?
Yeah, that wasn't okay either.
I get like those other things, but like he didn't come out and was like, I was sexually assaulted, when he absolutely could have. You know what I mean? Like, his dick is all over. Like, him being sleep naked is all over the internet now.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
So it's just, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's different mentalities, and like, what can you get away with? And are you doing it for clout? Are you doing it to get these views? Like, because that's kind of the culture that we live in now. Or are you doing it to actually like bring awareness? It's just, that's the type of shit that pisses me off, bro. It's like we never know anybody's actual intention.
I think for that in particular, I could see the angle that maybe, and I saw a lot of coverage of it, but I don't remember if I've actually seen her video on it. But I could see a version of that where she's trying to bring awareness to like more drivers to be safe. Because I remember doing Uber Eats, and you never know who's gonna pull up on you, who you're pulling up to. You know how many people are there. You don't know who's behind that door. You like overall, God bless, nothing happened to me, but. Uber drivers have gotten killed because they have the wrong person in their back seat. So just like be safe. So I get that too. I could see that angle if that's what she was trying to do.
Yeah, but do it differently.
You could argue, you could argue she didn't do it the best way. I mean, I wouldn't have taken a video of the dude pantsless. Or maybe I would have. But not for the internet. I would be like, yo, I'd take a video of myself being like, I just got back from a delivery. Dude was fucking pantsless. Like, ladies, be careful. Be safe out there. Like, obviously, nothing happened to me, but, people can be, gang up on you and take you when you're not, like, ready for it. So, just be careful. Everybody,
take you when you're not ready for it.
Well, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Literally, physically, like, take you into, like, their house and stuff like that. Like, just be safe. And stuff like that. And then if law enforcement comes in and be like, no, but like I got the video. Of course I'm not gonna post it, but like, I got the video just in case.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah. See that I would appreciate. Like if she came out and was like, I just like you said, like I just witnessed this situation, blah 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 blah, woo, and I have the video in case something does happen, and then she showed it to the police, and the police went like that is a completely different situation now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree. The fact that she filmed it and then put it out was crazy. I was like,
that's kind of crazy.
And then was like yelling at TikTok for a week for people like thinking that she was wrong for doing what she was doing, but what she did was wrong. Like that is wrong. That is wrong.
Yeah, we did not need dude Schmeat out in the internet, in the ethos.
I'm just saying, like little shit like that. But now she's like,
whoa, little shit, bro. Like it was soft mode. Chill out. You don't know what he's like when he's beast mode, bro. Just kidding. No,
if you had a 12-inch dick, would you get a dick reduction, penis reduction?
Did I ask you? I asked you this, bro.
Yeah, you. Did you ask me this today when we?
I asked you this.
Yeah. Okay. Because I asked the guys after we were on the phone.
That's crazy, bro. Literally the dude in class who says my joke louder and then gets credit for it. That's crazy.
This is Zero's question.
Just kidding.
He asked me this while we were on the phone earlier today. It's Korpsx.
12.
Wait, I don't even know if you answered, Zero.
I don't think I did, but I would get a reduction. Yes.
Why?
Bro, it's 12. What do I fucking need with this thing, bro? Donate to the needy, okay?
That's what my boy said too.
Dominate, dude. How about that, bro?
But you're not sticking 12 inches in nobody.
Maybe a horse.
You're not gonna find a. You will get turned down. I think you will get turned down way more than you think you would.
You'd be
some people would just be like, "Can I see it?" You know?
Yeah. I was gonna say you'd be a cool party trick, like guys, I do, and they'd be like, "Can I see?"
You ever seen that meme of the little rat with the banana in its mouth? Like that's what you're gonna be for the rest of your life. Like your full dick is never gonna fit in anybody. No mouth, no vagina, no ass, no nothing.
I don't like it. That sounds like a challenge. That sounds like an open challenge.
Sounds like
don't like
that's not a challenge. I don't think at all.
All right. Here, are you getting it reduced or not?
Me?
Yeah. You're not.
Me?
No. Yeah, it wouldn't even be able to stand up all the way.
Yeah, it's always gonna be down.
Like it's gonna be hanging, even when you're erect.
It's like if you had a big head, no pun intended, and you're just like, ah, you fucking couldn't hold it up, bro. Now. Your neck is not strong enough.
You're keeping 12 inches?
12.
All right. Well, then this question is for Zero and I guess myself. So if you got it reduced, what are you getting it reduced to?
Get a little. I don't know.
see, like now you have the power. Like, what do you want? What do you want for the rest of your life?
What do you want? Yeah, bro. Because I got, I know I got enough to go around. And now I get to choose my own adventure. Truly.
I think I'm taking a cool 7.
I was literally thinking this. I was like between 7 or 7.5 because
I think I'm taking 7. 7. I think would be like cool, because like
Heavenly 7. Yeah, I'll do that too. Yeah.
it's not too scary, but then like nobody could ever say that you have a small dick. You know what I mean? Like, because when you're like average, like 4 or 5, like you're kind of treading in line right there. You know what I mean?
You just kind of you're
like
everybody
you've seen
else.
Others like this. But if I'm like 7, you haven't seen very many like this. You know what I mean?
Not very many. I'm not a dime a dozen. Yeah, cool 7 is fine.
Korpsx is like, yeah, but with 12, nobody's ever seen it.
Nobody's seen ball like this.
Nobody's seen nothing like.
Damn, you're keeping 12 for real?
That's crazy. Patch, that's crazy.
Might as well.
If you had, if you had to reduce
5 minutes and then be lightheaded.
If you had to reduce it, what would you reduce it to? You had to. Like,
like
doctor was like, can't.
Like, yeah, maybe like a 7.5, 8.
Damn.
He's like,
big, bro. That's still a monster. 8. I feel like I know 7 between 7 and 8 is only an inch.
He's like 11.
Inch, bro. That's
he's like 11.9. I'm not doing that too much.
He's like, just cut the top off, the excess.
just a little off the top. That's it.
That's
the excess. He's gonna get circumcised and that's it.
Damn, if you're keeping 12, honestly, Gabe said he was keeping 12 too. He said, I'll find somebody that likes
There's
it.
somebody.
Nah, bro. But like it's so. I was telling Cisco, like, you got to find somebody special. Like, it's not common at all. I feel like that's
like,
yeah, but that's like,
imagine 12 like in your pants on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Like trying to put
sweats,
underwear, sweats, all types of shit, like working out. Like that would be so inconvenient.
You got to get commercial machinery to get in your car to get that shit. Exactly.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way I'm doing that.
Dude.
I don't know, bro.
Wait, you think dick size establishes dominance?
All day.
Oh, that's crazy. That's a crazy statement.
Dude, if I'm arguing with somebody at the bar and I whip out this
he drops the hammer on the table, like,
boom. Dude, all conversations end, bro. It's done.
That's so funny.
Let me just say this. If you got to drop your dick on the table to win an argument, then you probably aren't winning that argument.
If we're that argument, I was losing it.
If we're controlling everything right now, okay, are you a grower or shower now?
No. Okay, so the way that I said it after you told me is that you're automatically a shower. Like you're not a grower.
Okay. What about after the reduction?
It'll be like 10.5 to 11, and then once you're like fully erect, it's 12.
That means I feel like you just always have sex. Like it's always that, I guess it's a little bit more like unstructured when it's not ready to go,
No, but it's still flaccid. Like it's
a bendy straw. Yeah.
Yeah. But it would never be like you'll never be able to get it to like stand up.
Yeah.
Like you're like trying
yeah.
Punch your ass cheeks, bro. Trying to get that shit up.
Yeah, you might actually pass out just trying to get it up.
Nah, I feel like you just would not enjoy sex anymore.
You might just become abstinent. Just like never have. You might be blessed. What's it like I'm what is it? It's like I'm blessed.
You would have to do porn.
By
I
default.
don't have to do anything.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing with 12 inches? Bro?
You're blessed up like that, bro?
Meeting like some old like lady at the bar, like, hey, I got 12 inches. You want to see? Like,
she'd probably be like, oh,
no. Like,
yeah, I'm out of here, bro.
Fuck away from me, you fucking weirdo.
Even if you were in there like swimwear, she'd be like, oh, never mind, bro.
Bro, I think I'm telling you where I think like 90% of women would say no to that.
Yeah,
maybe more.
Probably more.
Like they think they would be like, oh yeah, I'll just try it, and then they'll get there and they'll be like, and they'll be like, no, never mind, I'm not down with it.
It'll be,
yeah.
You're like, no, has its own voice. That's horrible.
But the fact that you're still going to 8 after, that's crazy too. I think.
Eight's substantial, yeah. Eight's pretty big. That's still like a particular girl. Probably more common, but still pretty particular.
I think majority of women would take 8 though.
I think
I don't like to think about that.
Wait. Fine, hold on. Did you just fart?
I did. Did you see that lean?
No way, bro. He went mid combo. That was amazing. I love that. I love that
He
you just
doesn't
did that.
have the noise cancellation on, bro.
No, but I saw it was perfect. That was perfect. That was fucking perfect.
I didn't think it was
I
gonna
think
come
more
out that
women are
loud.
taking 8. More women are taking 8 than not, I think.
Yeah. No, I think so too. But it's still like not that. I think it's still not that common. But yeah, I think it's more common for sure. For sure, more common. Like we've gone like 99% no, like on a common basis to like
Maybe 60.
I was gonna say like 60, 70, in the middle 65, something like that. It's like a very decent coin toss.
That's a good question. 12 inches. It's funny because like if we were like 16, we'd be like, "Oh fuck yeah, bro! I want a 12-inch dick." You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean? I'll take some of his and take fucking 14.
now I'm like in my mid 30s, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, I've lived with 4 inches my whole life. I'm good."
Exactly.
Stop it.
Big dick energy exists, bro. I come off like I have a big dick, but
We're all blessed in different ways. It's fine.
Nah, we all give off big dick energy.
I appreciate that.
I do. I seriously do. I appreciate that. If you
That's
truly
me too.
That's the confidence, not cockiness. No pun intended.
No, but I was literally about to say.
Yes.
See how that came full circle exactly at 9:00? Oh, I love that, bro.
God, like a nut. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
I love it.
God
Stop.
and nut in the same sentence.
Sorry. No, my bad. Did not mean for that to come out that way.
Oh, that was so good.
No pun intended.
Nope. No pun. No. All right, somebody close
Alrighty.
us out.
What's the? Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here. Can my finger get in focus? Whether you're here for the live stream, whether you're here on the playback, if you were here for a minute, an hour, the whole fucking thing, all 12 inches. I appreciate you, nonetheless. Thank you to Save. Thank you to Korpsx for being here with me. Yeah, be safe. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, peace.
Thank you guys so much. I'm really curious, honestly, because there are people that listen to the playback of this. I'm curious that like if people can answer in the comments on whatever you see this on, whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, or whatever you're watching on, the pretentious and confident and cocky question: if you'd have a 12-inch dick, where you feel trauma is in this world and how relevant it is right now. I'm curious, or if you have any questions that you want us to talk about on the podcast, I would love to hear and see those things. We've only got 13 episodes left. So the more, the merrier, the more questions, the more fun we can make these episodes before we're done. But I appreciate all of our communities. And as always, you guys stay healthy, stay happy. I love y'all. Keep smiling. See you guys on the next one.
Korpscollection.com. Y'all know the drill. My man, Save, my boy, Zero. And again, I'm Korpsx. As always, I always like to read or come up with a little quote. I saw a really cool video with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and so it inspired me to say, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and the earth was void and without form, and darkness moved upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters and said, let there be light. In the beginning of all things, the cosmos and light was created. So I think things that we create are very special. And I'll say that I don't think people have ideas I think ideas have people. And so let yourself be the person for whatever idea that you might be having. And just get after it, people. Yeah. Hope you guys have a good day, week, month, year in life. Until next time.
All right, boys. Have a good night. You guys be
Alrighty.
safe.
All
Be
right, Pebby.
safe. Peace.